Welcome to the channel. If you are prepping for a data engineering interview, you are in the right place. You don't need to memorize textbook to pass, but you just need to understand the core architecture. Today, we are breaking down the top interview questions you must know to land the job. Let's dive straight in without wasting any time. The first question is like, what is the difference between a star schema and a snowflake schema? Here is your answer. A star schema has a central fact table connected directly to denormalized dimension tables. It's built for speed because it requires fewer complex joins. A snowflake schema normalizes those dimensions further into subtables to save disk space. So the pro tip for your interview is make sure to mention that in modern cloud warehouses like AWS Redshift or Snowflake, the star schema is heavily preferred. Storage is incredibly cheap today, but compute is expensive. Fewer joins mean faster, cheaper queries. Let's go into the second question. This is related to data storage architectures. Row oriented versus columnar databases. How do you choose between them? The first row oriented database like PostgreSQL or MySQL store data sequentially row by row. They are perfect for OLTP workloads. Think fast, single record transactions like processing an e commerce order. Whereas columnar databases, on the other hand, store data column by column. If you run a query to calculate total revenue across a billion rows, the engine only reads that one specific revenue column, bypassing everything else. This makes columnar databases the absolute backbone of OLAP analytics. And let's go to next question 3. What is the difference between ETL and ELT? ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. In this older model, you transform the data on a separate server before it ever hits the warehouse. Whereas ELT stands for extract, load, and transform. Here, you extract data and load it directly into your modern cloud data warehouse in its raw form. Then you use the warehouse massive scalable compute power to transform the data natively. Tell your interviewer that ELT is the modern industry standard. Let's go to question 4. What is the idempotency and why does it matter? Idempotent data pipeline guarantees that no matter how many times it runs with the exact same input. The final output remains identical. In the real world scenario, pipelines fail all the time due to network timeouts or bad source data. If a pipeline crashes midway, you need to be able to rerun it safely without creating duplicate records or corrupting your dashboards. So, to achieve this, by using absurd commands or partition overrides instead of basic insert statements, mention that you immediately sound like a senior engineer. And the last question 5, the AWS ecosystem. How do you choose between Amazon S3, Amazon RDS, and Redshift? Let's keep it simple and frame it by use case. Amazon S3 is your data lake. It stores massive amounts of raw data, unstructured data, incredibly cheap. Amazon RDS is your relational database used for transactional application backends. And Amazon Redshift is your heavy duty columnar data warehouse built specifically for complex analytics and business intelligence. So let's master these 5 architectural concepts. Focus on why behind the tools, and you will crush your next interview.